What's up, you guys? We're back again with another video. This is gonna be a little different than what we usually post on here. This is our very first episode of Yonkis. Basically what we're planning on doing with this is just giving you guys raw walkarounds of vehicles out here in SoCal. Very minimal editing and stuff like that, just straight raw footage. So this is gonna be our very first video. It's a practice video. We're gonna edit this and see what else we could improve on or add to the videos. So this is a 2020 Camaro ZL1 1LE. It has the extreme track package. That's why it has these little things right up in the front. A matte black hood, matte black side mirrors. The 19-inch wheels up in the front. It should have the skinnies, but there were some issues with those wheels. They leaked a lot, so that's getting resolved. For the rear, it has 15x10s. It did need a 15-inch conversion kit, which we're going to talk about in a bit. Carbon fiber wing. And since it's a 2020, has these tail lights, not the other ones. The other ones don't have this round thing at the bottom. They're just more like rectangle. It's a little dirty right now. Needs a wash. So we're gonna start with the outside, then move over into the interior, and then show you guys the engine bay. So up here in the front, nothing much was done to it. Only the CTSV V3 air ducts for the brakes, for the cooling, that was added. I'm gonna turn the wheel right now so I can show you guys. Back here behind the wheel, you can see that is from a CTSV V3, and the reason that was replaced with the CTSV piece is because this one is huge compared to the original one that came on this car. So it should redirect the air and keep the brakes a lot cooler. Also, these rock guards were added from AECS. They look pretty good. They have like a nice design to them. It was also added to the rear. So back here, it has the 15x10s on Mickey tires, 325 50/15s. We were told the 275s were way better for traction, but this car doesn't see the racetrack or any of that, so we just wanted it for looks. So we went ahead and got the 325s for it. We also had to get the Carlisle 15-inch conversion kit. I don't know if you can see it back there. Those red calipers are from, I think, Willwood. And that's needed in order to clear the 15-inch wheels. But with these wheels, a lot of material was shaved off of the actual caliper to make these fit. Also, the lower control arms. You can see right here this trailing arm. The upper and lower control arm were also replaced. They are from BMR. And I think BMR owns the conversion kit now. You can see part of the exhaust right there. That's from Cooks. I'll show you guys that when we get to the engine bay. But it still has the stock muffler. This big suitcase back here. So for the interior, I'm gonna show you guys. It has these Recaro seats with Alcantara in the middle. ZL1. And this roll cage was added. This is from Competition Motorsports. It's a really clean, nice cage, and very minimal modifications needs to be done. A couple of bolts down here, and that's about it. It bolts up to where the seat belt goes. We also added this back seat delete kit just to make it look nicer. And the rear seat belts were deleted as well, just so we wouldn't have that red back there. I'm gonna sit in here to show you guys the cluster and all that. So basically everything is as it comes from the factory, except for this gauge. This is from P3. It's a really nice gauge. It has a lot of functions, and you could still keep your AC vent functional. And as you could tell, it's a little out of the way, like there's nothing up here, and this sits nicely on the side. You can still see it from the corner of your eye without having to like have it in right in front of you. Six-speed manual. Pretty much it for the interior. I'm gonna show you guys the engine bay. Oh, and also just to hook this up, all you gotta do is plug it into your OBD2 port, and you can add wideband and all that stuff to it. Now for the drivetrain, this thing does have the LT4 supercharged engine. You can see it has a Roto Fab big gulp cold air intake, the K-Tech 103 throttle body, smaller pulley. It was ported, the supercharger was ported by Kong Performance, and we also added the Nitrous Express lid. And to be honest, this supercharger doesn't whine much. You could barely even hear it. Kind of have to have it in the really high RPMs to hear it just a little bit. It also has a Mighty Mouse catch can. Cook's long tube headers coated by Jet Hot. And it does keep the temperature, I guess, a little less hot in here in the engine bay. The whole exhaust from here to the back was coated. It also has these Granatelli spark plug wires. Other than that, the engine is still sealed. We haven't put a cam in it or anything like that. That'll probably be later on down the line. It's still a low mile car, so we kind of want to enjoy it like this for a bit. For the cooling system, we did the Weapon X heat exchangers. You can see that middle piece right there. That's from the heat exchanger, and also these on the side. So it has 1, 2, and 3 on the other side, and that helps a lot to keep the temperatures down. You can see it up here also. Oh, and one more thing that was added was this forgot what it's called, but it routes the air into the intake box. Well, it should route the air into the intake box. It's this black piece back here, so you basically should be able to get the air in through here, a little more air. What else? I think that's it for the engine bay. It's putting down 664 horsepower. So with these modifications, it gained about 100 horsepower. One thing I forgot to mention was that we replaced the reverse lights and the license plate lights with some LEDs from Auxito. They are super bright. Can't show you guys right now because there's still daylight out here, but in the night you could tell it looks really nice. Well, at least for the license plate, the reverse you rarely get to see them. But I'm gonna turn on the car and show you guys what it sounds like. It does not have the cats. It's just the long tubes and straight pipe all the way to the muffler on the stock muffler. So I had to cut the video to flip the microphone around so you guys could hear me a little better. That's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, it's the first one practice. So make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want us to add on the future walkarounds. There's a whole lot of cars out here that we want to cover. We want to do anything from mini trucks to fast cars, show cars, lifted trucks, lower trucks, hopefully even some low riders, basically anything with the motor in it. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Yonke_OXC Films. I'll leave that in the description down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.